APA Citation and Formatting Presentation. Presented by Dr. Jennifer Kiesler, Kaiser University. Based on the book, 7 Steps in Researching and Writing an APA Paper, by Dr. Paula Porter. Every APA paper requires a title page, as shown here. The title page is to be formatted with a header, the creation of which will be discussed on the next slide, and the paper title, student name, and university name, centered in the middle of the page. Please note that certain instructors require additional information on the title page, such as instructor name, course name, or date. See your instructor for specific instructions. The title page must be written in the same font as the remainder of the paper, namely in Times New Roman 12-point font, and double-spaced. To create the header on the title page, double-click on the header area, the very top of the page. The header function will open. The first thing you need to do is to click the box in the toolbar that says Different First Page. This is how you ensure that the words running head appear on the title page only. Then type in the words running head, with only the letter R capitalized. Then type in the short title of your paper in all caps. Remember that the short title of your paper should be no more than 50 characters, including spaces. You will then need to insert the page number. Click Tab until the cursor moves to the right margin. In the header and footer group, select Page Number. Select Current Position. Select Plane Number 1. Click on the X on the top ribbon to close the header. Repeat the same process on the second page of the paper, only this time, do not type in the words running head. If your instructor requires an abstract, it will always appear on the second page, immediately following the title page. The abstract differs from the body of the paper in that you do not indent the first line of the paragraph. While many students attempt to write their paper in order, and try to complete the abstract first, it is strongly recommended that the abstract be completed after you finish writing the paper. The abstract is a summary of the findings in the paper. It is easier to summarize after the entire paper is completed. Most APA papers are research papers. The point of a research paper is, as the title suggests, to research a topic, and that requires finding sources of information. Because research papers rely on evidence to make a point, you must have a significant number of references to the original source material. Please remember, you should paraphrase, not quote, most of the source material. Paraphrasing makes it clear to your reader that you are able to comprehend and analyze the material. Even though the material is in your own words, it is still another person's idea, so you must still provide an in-text citation. Therefore, after the information that you have paraphrased, open a parentheses, type the author's last name only, followed by a comma, a space, and then the year of publication. Then close the parentheses. According to the APA manual, including a direct cite to a page or paragraph number is optional when paraphrasing an original source. No more than 10% of your paper should be direct quotations from a source. And please remember that using source material and just changing 1 or 2 words does not change a quotation to a paraphrased sentence. Direct quotations from a source must be enclosed in quotation marks, and the citation appears at the close of the quotation marks. It is required to include a direct cite to the page number when you quote a source. If the original source does not use page numbers, such as an internet source, you have to cite to the paragraph number. Yes, that means you have to count the paragraphs. Citation to a page number is denoted by a lowercase p followed by a period, a space and then the page number, as illustrated in this example. Citation to a paragraph number is denoted by lowercase p-a-r-a followed by a period, a space and then the paragraph number. If your source has multiple authors, all author last names must be included in the in-text citation. However, if there are 3 or more authors, after you list all author last names the first time, you can shorten it to first author, et al. In later citations. If you use a direct quotation from a source that is more than 40 words in length, you must format the quotation as a block quote. A block quote requires you to begin the quote on a new line, indent the entire quote by ½ an inch, and do not use quotation marks. The final page of your paper will be a reference page. The reference page is its own page, so do not begin to list the references on the same page as the body of your paper. Create your reference page based on the instructions in this slide. Additionally, do not reference a citation that is not referred to within the body of the paper. Do not mention a source in the body of the paper without putting it on the reference page. And do not list references from the original source's reference page unless you actually look up those sources. These last two slides in this presentation show examples of how to cite your sources on the reference page. Please note that APA citation is very precise. Therefore, you need to closely examine these examples to make sure that your reference format follows the APA reference format. Look at the periodical reference as an example. Notice how the title of the journal and volume number are italicized, but nothing else is? Or take a look at the internet source. See how you need to use the website URL, and you need to make sure it is normal text, not hyperlink. Pause this presentation if you need more time to review these reference examples. Pause this presentation if you need more time to review these examples. If you use a source type not identified in these slides, please consult the Writing Studio, the APA manual, or the official APA website.